So, pro tip, don't go shopping with me, because I will end up in a music store and I will probably end up boring you to death by looking at tons of CDs and vinyl records. And as a tip to myself, if I ever view this video again, Dylan, don't go to music stores because you will always end up buying something. Speaking of buying things, yesterday, or whenever this video comes out, I went to JB Hi-Fi and picked up this Touche Amore's new album, Stage 4. This came out in September this year, 2016. I'm going to put that down on the floor. There we go. And it's their fourth album, referenced kind of by the name Stage 4, the album's name. The album's name is also a pretty tragic double entendre, being a reference to the fourth stage of cancer, the worst stage of cancer, of which Jeremy Bolm, the lead singer of Touche Amore, his mother passed away from cancer in 2014. This album deals a lot with morality and the fragility of living. And it also is kind of a catharsis for Jeremy as he sings so passionately and finally opens up about his mother's death. It's a bit of a departure from their past couple of albums. Their 2011 one dealt a lot with self-doubt and self-hatred. Their 2013 album saw Jeremy kind of come out of his shell a bit. Sorry about that. And saw him, grow up and accept his flaws. And I can imagine that they would have continued with this trend into the future if Jeremy hadn't gone through such a tragic event in 2014 with the passing of his mother. And what we're given is a very honest, very open, and tragic album by Touche Amore. On the instrumental side of everything, I feel like I should get that out of the way. It's a bit simple, but this album focuses a lot more on the lyrical content and Jeremy Bolm expressing his feelings over the death of his mother. And that's really the main reason why I'm so drawn to this album. The just overall emotional depth that comes from... Sorry, but my cat's on the floor over there just rolling around and making noises. Anyway, from cats to cancer. The lyrical content of this album is, frankly, just distressing. And this, every song on the album deals with different aspects of him losing his mum. I know one of them talks about the night he found out when they were performing on stage in Gainesville on Halloween, and he received the call while he was on stage, and he refused to answer it, and he kept putting it off. It's talked about a lot in the song 8 Seconds. He keeps putting it off, ignoring it, hoping that it's not about his mum. There's just so much to cover with this album. I feel like I don't want to spoil it for you guys. I absolutely recommend you go listen to this and form your own opinion on it, but I can't really spoil a lot of the emotional moments of this album, like the end of Skyscraper, for example, or one of the lyrics in New Halloween where he talks about how some songs are too sad for him at the moment, like he can't go through them because he's just not in the right place to hear them. So yeah, I definitely recommend this if you're a fan of heavier stuff. What the hell? His screams might put off some people, but as a fan of this kind of music, I definitely recommend it. There are some clean vocals on here, and I hope to see more of that from Touché Amore in the future. I think he's not the best with clean vocals, but it fits. It fits this album, and you know, how he has to deal with some of the stuff that he's going through. So yeah, Touché Amore Stage 4. Go check it out. Goodbye.